Bam! What is up with the squad? It's Seth, your favorite RT with Uncle Tennessee's in the building with Coach Coleman. We here with your favorite bedtime hoops show. Coach Coleman, I ain't seen you in a few days, man. What's happening?
What is happening, man? It's a marvelous Monday, wow weekend, and what happened was a lot for us to catch up on. I'm glad to be back. Glad to see you. Glad to be back. Glad to talk about what we love to talk about, and also pushing back on narratives and putting out nothing but the best in sports and nothing but the truth, right? So nothing but the truth. So help us hoops.
Exactly. What's the word, Coach? I mean, I've been doing a whole lot of talking, so I'm gonna let you start the conversation where you want to begin. I mean, this gave us one of those weekends where every single conversation forked off into something bigger. Okay,
Right,
right.
right.
Um, I mean, and then when you just thought, when you was like, "Who, that's true," let me push back from the table. This is all the basketball I can take. Angel Reese was like, "Hold on, we got one more course. We got one more course to serve in this thing. Okay,
Yeah,
we got one more course
yeah.
to serve in this thing. ATL, here I come, and Angel's Dream starts now. So Angel's Dream House starts now. I see Angel did already dropped some new merch on her own website and sold out her WNBA uh, official jersey. So Me Bounds is in A Town. Is all I can say, man. Me Bounds is in A Town. ATL, stand up.
I
Dr.
mean,
Ivy Girl, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all hit the like, hit the share. They both right there. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Coach, you just want to say something. What you got?
I said, since you talked about it, I think it's well deserved and well earned and unappreciated and overlooked, or they liked the gift, but they didn't like the messenger of the gift or how the message is packaged. And so when business is not on board or business is not done with integrity, and you have a gem of a person, and also, we're talking about Angel, but don't forget Camilla's over there. We got to make sure Camilla gets situated, and I believe it'll work out for her eventually. But we're talking about the move that Angel Reese did and the ability he had. What we call it behind the scenes power move, where also you have a management business structure in place behind the scenes that help you get there. So I'm happy to see that because I think another year would not have been healthy for Angel Reese and what Hazel Reese has to offer, not just basketball, but in the business side of basketball, right? Because she's a great business mind and she's an influencer, and I see her as a current, her generational trailblazer or trendsetter as well. And you need that, right? And so I am I am excited to see what this reset does for Angel Reese and even the WNBA because on paper it looks good, but we're looking that this will kind of shift around some things for the Dream and the roster and the marketing and what other assets that Angel brings as far as her brand and relationships and the partnerships that you have and the different ideas. And so when it comes to professional sport, even now, even comes to college sports, it's bigger than just what you do on the court, but also you can how you make moves off the court, right? What you bring to the table and what you bring to the court. So I'm interested to see how this goes, but also I do have concerns for Camilla. I think she deserves a better situation, but one player at a time, right? This is for you, Auntie. And
They done drove Coach to drinking, man. He didn't crack the brew on us. I said, oh, sound like he got a Pepsi Blue Ribbon over there. What's that? You got you a Coca Cola over there. What's up?
yeah, that's my
Cheers,
one
cheers, sir.
solution.
Cheers.
What's
And
the cheers?
Coach finna get acting all funny in 15 minutes. His body gonna take all this caffeine. We got about 15 minutes before it go off the rails here.
What could I say? Yeah, so yeah, I think it's a shame and unacceptable how organization as far as Chicago Sky is allowed to conduct business the way they do, blatant and irresponsible and intentional neglect and whatever fraudulent and possible corrupt ways of doing it. And so I think it's a shame because if it was predominantly owned by one of us or somebody that looks like me, there would have been immediate investigation of how they're um, doing their affairs in their franchises. I just leave it like that since we've been kind of looking at things through that lenses, and that's kind of how where we're at in the world today. Anyway, we always been, but things got magnified. Things are getting magnified. 0 to 100 real quick, which need to be. I think it's time for
Mm-hmm.
some of these things to get magnified and pushed back on. All
Oh,
right.
absolutely.
So,
Shonda Del Rey was good. Mocha Latte, what's happening? Uh, you want let's start with the as a coach, especially as a male coach in women's hoops. Um, let's start with the Gino and Don exchange. I don't think so. Did you get to see that in the game?
yes, I
Um,
did.
okay. Um, so this was the national semifinal game. I just I'll take your just your honest reaction. Then I'll ask some questions based on that. If that's cool.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the reality. We're in a social political time. We always have been, and I'm going to put it like this. It's always been okay for a ton of black brown people to play and push the game forward from a player's perspective. But when it comes to leadership and coaching, we're still fighting a good fight of putting people in leadership. Head coaches with black female and black coaches. But when it comes to black female coaches, one from my perspective, it was premeditated. It appeared premeditated, disrespectful, and wanted to disrupt the success and what we know in the world and what we talk the give back, right? So and I'm gonna use the two B's here. What it beamed out to me was basketball and bigotry. So what happened is when you have a person that's been functioning under a certain way in a certain regime, and then it changes, then the landscape of it changes with NIL. It start exposing them how it always now it rings brighter. So this person always been this way. This person always act this way. There's scenes and other scenes, and now gets to the point, and now we're in a political environment where it's even more acceptable. So this is where race and politics does infiltrate or seeps into what the dynamics of basketball. People may not, of sports, people may not want to accept it to say, hey, the purity of the game, but it's still this thing of superiority and the color of your skin. Superiority, right? You can be a leader, but you can't be black. But you can play and make money for me and revenue, right? And now you have people that are leaving. And I got to go. I appreciate what Nifty said earlier. Now you have coaches that are leaving, and they're trying to take it to the level of Congress and Senate because you're showing you have issues with young black men and women making millions, but it's okay if they make you millions and you can hop around schools and everything. And so right now we're seeing a thing where, and also you use the word, and I have to agree with you earlier, white male fragility, right? So you got white male fragility. You got that you lost one. One, you weren't the top, right? Even though you were coaching, what made you top was women basketball players. You coach women basketball, so it's actually the women that produced it. that made you look like you were a genius. But also, what I got to say about Gino, though, is that he always propped up an international player and things of that nature. But going with this, a woman that has contributed to the game, and as you say, Auntie, people are eating because of the product that South Carolina and the following that South Carolina brings because of a black woman, and so she's bringing money and food, right? Sources to the platform, not just a program. And so when you are the person on top, but you're the person on top because you're doing for a masses, a multitude. And that's what Dawn has done. She's done for a multitude of people. When she's doing it for the game, it helps out more than just her career and her program. It's so long that white coaches, all they do is take care of their program right now. They dry it up, and when they walk away, there is nothing left there. So when are we going to start talking about that? They use up these players get hurt, and they kind of don't even care what it is, and they try to act like it. And so that's why I use the B and B. Basketball and bigotry, that's real. Basketball and racism, that's real. No, I'm not racist. I got a black or a half black player on my team. Well, you know what? Of course, you're gonna have someone if they got talent that's going to help you get somewhere and look a certain way to be successful. So now we're in a time where the landscape has changed. Now it shows your hand, and you can't take it when someone does not look like you. And then on top of that, someone that's changing the landscape of women's basketball, women's college basketball, and even has influence in pro basketball because she played it as well. You can't take it. And so the thing is, for Dawn Staley, it's not just a career, it's a calling because she says she's a dream merchant. And that's the difference between a Dawn Staley and a Gino. She's pouring something in and she's giving something to players for a lifetime, not just that time that they walk through South Carolina, but she's wanted to be someone that leaves an imprint that lasts a lifetime. So with Gino, I am not surprised, but now it's about time. Let's push back on it. Let's address it because now you see it's not just him. All these other coaches, they got to get out or they got to move out or they got to drop down because they can't take, you know what I mean? And now because the politics works in some of their philosophical favor. Now they want to try to go swing it and make it an act of Congress issue about these young people making the money that they deserve. Because if your abilities are bringing in revenue for a school, then you deserve compensation. I didn't mean to go off on that, but what Gino is, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. We're not making excuses. And if those players want to back them, then they showed us who they are, and that's how we deal with them accordingly. That's it. We're not making excuses any longer. And one of my favorite songs, Mask Off, right? Mask Off. And that's what I have to say about that. So I'm not talking nice. We're not going to be tongue in cheek with this anymore. If you want to go there, then we're going to have, you want to start it, then we need to finish it. So you went to intentionally disrupt and to cause problems in someone's victory. That's what it appeared from per my court view. This was intentional and it looked premeditated. And it looked like he wouldn't know one day he had a rare chance of getting it done anyway, just by how everything went down. So on that, Auntie, there's no excuses. There's no past. You are what you are. It's bigotry in basketball at its finest, and it's always been that way. It's just just thought he can get away with it again. And so she's an adult. She's a grown woman. She runs a program just like a program. She reps a community, and she doesn't have to answer to a Gino. Who are you? Who the hell are you? So back back to you.
Okay, okay. What's going on? Okay, I mean, great take, coach. Let's see, Lou A in the building. Uh, Michelle Sessions in the building. What's good? Mocha Latte say facts, no printer. Dame Bay Sports Highlights. What's up? It's got to be the Portal Chaos gang. Shoot the table the most for me. Okay, the Portal going crazy.
Yeah, Portal crazy.
Let's stick with the coaches. Let's talk about Corey Close winning her first chip and your reaction to that and everything.
Um, I think that you had a well mature season team that had a good plan. Congratulations to her on that. But I don't. Here's the thing is, I don't buy Corey Close either because you took everything that Dawn did and you tried to make it your own and then you play it in our face, right? And so on that, congratulations because I don't want because the student athletes did the work. So I'm big on that. I'm an educator at heart. They did the work, but it gets really murky when it gets to this college sports stuff now. No, because people don't realize behind the scene there's a lot of poaching, there's a lot of lying, a lot of backstabbing, right? There's a lot of slander of names that people got to go through. And the reason why I'm saying this, I know that I've been there, I've been in the business, and I'm still in the business in some form or fashion. I'm still in the know. So just because you don't see me on the sideline, you don't know what I do and how I'm still connected to that, right? And so saying all that, um, saying all that, uh, okay, a female one, but it's white female, but they was pushing it for all along. So what I struggle with is in the times we're in, it still becomes this subtle white female coach against white black female coach kind of thing, and then you have certain medias and have certain powers that be that are pushing for the white superior, and we're in a time where white supremacy screams loud from our administration. I'm gonna tell them what it is, and so I struggle with that as a coach because of all the noise around, and it takes away from the authenticity of what took place on the court. But what took place on the court was definitely artwork on UCLA and those players and those young ladies. But so I'm just trying to share with you the internal struggle I have as a person that's been in the business, still part of the business, and what the subtle push is, or not sudden, or blatant pushes are for media and even the powers that may be, or the basconomics of it all, because they do not want this particular black male female coach to be responsible for the change and for the trend setting and for the upward swing of women's college basketball, which it has Dawn Staley's handprints all over it. So that's why I'm on that stance tonight. I get concerned about it because you can lose. She's been there. Here's the thing: how many times in a row she's been in loss? Yes, it's been tough losses, but it's hard to get there. So just to do that and then regroup. And so the thing is I talk about this on with Corey Close, well put together team. The team had more longevity. They executed. They forced South Carolina to scramble to get out of a help position. They were shooting. They were shot well. South Carolina didn't shoot well. So those are basketball things you talk about that I don't want to ever take away from the student athletes. And it didn't come down to whistles. It didn't come down to call. It could have been some questionables that got people the second call. We can get into that, but that did not. At the end of the day, you got to put the ball in the hoop to have an opportunity to be within reach to beat somebody, and that's where South Carolina struggled with. And then and it looked like to me, Corey Close, from my court of view, it looked like they went and studied that SEC championship game against Texas and took some things and they ran with it. And that's what you're supposed to do if you're a competitor. You got to see where you can outwork them. But so again, congratulations to that. But I'm not buying the banana in the tailpipe from Corey Close at all. I'm gonna call BS, BS, BS. But congratulations to you and your school. And I don't see them duplicating any events like that because because you took someone else's blueprint and tried to make you applied it, and you built your team similar to how one of Dawn Staley's team too. So everything that Dawn did, you went back and redid for yourself, which is a compliment. And if it works, you go try it for yourself. But let's call it like it is. My thing is, give the woman credit. Say that. Say that's where your influence came from. That's what I want to hear.
I think
Say
that
that.
I
Say
think
that
that
one
she
time.
I think they said that she did that today on Good Morning America or something, gave Don her flowers. I didn't see it, so I don't know if you got a chance to see it or if that makes a difference in how
Oh,
you
yeah,
how
yeah,
you feel
after
about
she
it.
won, not during the building. Yeah, after you went and beat her in the championship, then you give her credit. That's BS
Okay.
timing. Bull.
Okay. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. That's what I wanted to make sure that I didn't know if you had known that she did that there was some acknowledgement.
Of course, you can do that after you feel like you've conquered the giant, right? But you're not going to say, "Hey, my inspiration come from." No, they're not. No, of course not. Give them credit during your process, during your struggle. That somebody that's encouraging, influence to me. And there's an importance why I say that. Acknowledge it before you get to that point, not because you beat them. There is a strategic and difference there. There is, and psychological difference there. Uh,
Checking for any questions I might have missed in the chat. Mel Carrado was good. Yeah, coach preaching tonight. The moment I saw the Welcome to Chicago part of Angela Miller, I was asking if she could get out and how Sir Trader's not surprising at all. She is the bag, so she can make shit move. I told y'all, go back in my content. I told y'all, if
no, that was a
anybody
good
could
call.
do it,
That was a good call on you. So you did call
if anybody could do it, it'll be Angel Reese.
it. That's
Angel,
right.
Angel, she's a rookie. Angel, yeah, Angel. Watch, all right, Angel.
But she had the team to be able to do it though, business wise. So I mean, that's why she had the infrastructure to be able to do it, as far as business management. So I agree with you when you said it. It was just a matter of
Oh
when,
yeah,
right?
no, not you. I'm just saying that's the response to the guy. Like, Angel,
Right.
Angel, nah, Angel, yeah, Angel. Yeah, Angel. Let's see here. White Wolf, what's
White
good, pal?
And while we talking coaches, I just want to say I'm not buying the Coach Mox thing either from UVA. You know,
Mm.
I'm not buying that either because I've been in spaces where myself have built a program and they find something to push you out, or they find a grievance, or you have a group of people that get together because they want to put somebody in. But the beautiful thing about college, now players have the part to jump in the portal if they don't like what they see, taste, touch, or smell. And so what don't add up is someone is good enough the culture. I can't buy the culture thing because if it was a bad culture, your team wouldn't have been in the headspace to get to the Sweet 16. It's a conflict to me. So people got to start sitting back and doing some common sense and some reasoning for themselves and some getting their own mystery machine, right? Start solving some things here because if the culture was so bad, right, then how is the team buying in and working hard and making an achievement like that? So it's not a toxic culture. I would call it accountability. It can't take accountability from a black woman having a standard and that knows how to win, knows how to run a program. Okay. And then you got UVA historically in Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm in Richmond, Virginia. So historically, do y'all know where Charlottesville was and where UVA is located? Um, Plantation. Okay. And Charlottesville is not progressive when it comes to black and brown people either, just the town of itself. I'm telling you what I know. I've coached several summer camps there for the University of Virginia just to get the experience, and it's not. Okay. Right. So when you have an atmosphere and a historic thing in the history that they really haven't let go or haven't progressed into, and then you try to have something like this, to me, it all connects and has sense. And so basically, it's the mentality of we use somebody to clean the program. So remember, they use black female coaches to get through COVID to get to this point, and now you bring in a white face to say they was this brilliant mind if they can pull it off. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Let's talk back. So that's why I'm not buying on that. So now to justify your injustice, you want to put a stain on this coach that's not even legitimized. It's probably isolated. There's probably an indifference and miscommunication. So I'm not buying it because if it was such an issue, it would have been bought out, and we're still trying to look for it. Right? When we looked in the articles and this, it's still broad and vague. That's vague to me. It's vague. So if y'all feel that there's something there, then I apologize. But right now, how they're presenting it is vague. Because if it really was, it would have been inappropriate conduct towards towards the player or this. I'm not buying that because anybody can dress up anything they want to when they run the system and they try to push you out the system so they can rig the system to get you out the system because they brought you in the system, right? So that's the thing. So when and then they say, well, it's a black AD, well, but she doesn't run the system. She's in the system. Does the black AD really run the show? No, no. She's got the AD there has to run according to what everything that's coming trickling down. And then it's double standard for a black AD because I've been a athletic director in high school 3 different times, and I'm gonna tell you how they moved the goalposts when I came in versus my predecessor.
So, Coach, have you had a chance? Cause I heard something about an investigation. Have you had a chance to read any of the documentation about the investigation or any of that?
I read it, and I thought I still think it's shallow. I just can't buy it.
Yeah, no. I'm asking because I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a chance to read it at all. So that's why I was asking. Could you give some insight, a little bit more insight into what it was they were at least trying to say?
They were trying to say that toxic, overbearing towards staff, um, and then which was trickling over into the program. So, like I said, from the parts that I read on that, it was very vague. It wasn't detailed enough for me. And if it wasn't, and if this, and then the thing was, if this was an ongoing issue, then it wasn't documented well enough because you would have documentation. Did you meet with it priorly? Was there, you don't mean things of that nature. So, um, to me, it's the I don't like the it was people call it a witch hunt. I'm gonna call it in 2026. It was a coach hunt. You hunting to get rid of that coach. You know, um, and so all because you have your ulterior motive, your preferred person, and now you think that this particular coach has shown who you want, how to get it done at UVA. Now you can slide them out and have some modern day erasure, like it never happened, and slide somebody in there and see if they can get it done. And I get so tired of that because I've been in the business 20 something years, and they always try to erase the work of a black and brown coach like they never contributed or did what it did and slide their preferred person in there. And it gets tiring. You get sick of it. And it's the same old thing. You can build something from scratch. You can do the impossible. And once you do it, we're going to take it away from you. So I get, and I'm speaking from the heart because I've seen it over and over. We see it happen, and nobody wants to talk about it. But then you want to praise all these white coaches that come in with some that never played at the certain levels, or they've been they've been like the manager at college, and they get in and work. It's just some crazy stuff. And I'm sorry that y'all hear me ranting on, but I've just seen some stuff, and
I do want to acknowledge the comment coming from Anna Fleet. Hey chat, I agree with you, Coach. However, she did give Don credit in an interview before they won. She said Don was her mentor, and she did use her blueprint. So, and if you happen to remember what that interview was, we'd love to know the receipts on that. I read after the Virginia Tech loss, there was a lot of anger and things between. Oh, okay. I read after the Virginia Tech loss, there was a lot of anger and things being thrown at players during practice or something like that. They also were investigating the toxic allegations that set in on practices. Coach, do any of those things change your outlook?
no, it doesn't. Because my practice is my practice. You shouldn't have one practice. If you coach, if you hire me to coach, then trust me. So your investigation is not you running my practice. That means you were looking for something. You were setting that. Here's the thing: you got to catch that. They were doing that to set the tone to justify where they got to today. That's what it is. Because if that hasn't been in contract, there hasn't been expected that part is observing my practice, then why do it down, right? So no, it's called moving the standard, moving the goalpost with a certain person, with a certain background, brown people coming there, But now, if that's part of my just eval, yes, If we've been doing it all the time, then we can do that and be proactive, right? And ask questions and visit. But yeah, I'm not buying it. I'll be honest with you. When I was coaching in high school one time, I I threw a chair across the wall. I was upset. I didn't throw it on the court. I didn't throw it at a player. And somebody could have said I was toxic. I said, it was totally away from everybody. I was frustrated, but I didn't take it out of anybody. Did they probably say the players probably said something? Yeah, but I didn't get fired.
Well, I mean, I haven't had a chance to look at anything, so that's why I was asking what you saw, and then I'm seeing allegations of a toxic, nightmarish atmosphere within the program, abusive culture, mistreatment of support staff, staff fearing their jobs, threats of firing. Like that. That sounds like a lot. That sounds like, you know what I'm saying. So it's, I believe 17% of what these folks say, right, etc. I'm with you, coach. They would throw us under the bus real quick. So
No, man. Here's the thing.
thank you, and I appreciate it. Go ahead.
So yeah, so here, remember the concept. If somebody, when a police officer arrests somebody, they throw a whole bunch of what charges to see what sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody, unjustly doing. So you got to throw something against the wall to see what sticks and take. You know, I'm just, just the times we in and what's happening. I'm not buying it. And if if it was that bad, then you can't player. To me, I'm sorry, players wouldn't been in the headspace to do what they did in March Madness. Those two don't add. I'm just going to stand on that. There's no way a toxic atmosphere and performance on the court does have an impact. So if it was that toxic, those players and that coaching staff would not be in the headspace to be able to get done what they done. So I can't. I'm sorry, I can't buy it. Per my experience, I can't buy that. It can be cultural indifference. It can be cultural misinterpretation that happens. But what happens when it's a black or brown person now it becomes toxic versus an indifference or miscommunication. Because there's times where I had to sit people down and say, hey, what I say when I come from my background means one thing, it means something to you. And so don't, so instead of you running and say something, you need to come talk to me before you say thinking it's out of anger or I'm being derogatory to you. No, it's not that. You need to come talk to me. Because you do have a lot of when you have people in one space, you got to literally create your own language in your program, right? So everybody knows on the same page. So, and I'm just talking, right? I'm not saying it's just that, but I'm just talking for some experiences.
Yeah,
So
no, no,
I get
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
coming from.
absolutely.
I get where you're coming from, but I'm not getting where you come from. I understand what you're asking me. Let me roll that back the correct way. I understand what you're asking me, Auntie, but I just can't. I can't buy. I'm not. I'm not going for that. And the thing is, this coach did not have that issue. You would have if she didn't have that concern before you hired her, right?
Okay. I mean, that's fair. These are great things. I haven't looked at it, so I don't really have an opinion
Right.
other than I thought it was weird and it was something that I needed to look into because it was like, damn, I thought that they had a nice little thing going and they had a nice core that they was going to build around. And
And
then,
somebody want to run the show.
but the other thing that I thought was after I saw a lot of people get in the portal was, oh, but the investigation was into the coach because the coach was the problem, and now the coach is leaving. It seemed like the people would stay and just wait for a new coach or promote from
Thank you.
within.
Thank
So
you.
got to be able to look at it from two sides, and I haven't had a chance to even, to take a deep dive. Other than those were the thoughts that I had about the topic, and it was like, now I need to get some facts to the pros and cons and the facts around this thing to be able to say yay or nay about what I think about it. So
That's right.
there's
You're
that.
right.
AB was good.
Hey, man.
Until us.
No, you're right. I mean, you're definitely right on that. You got to get more accurate, facts, information. I'm just telling you from what we have now, generic information, basically, because it's really generic coming from those articles. Those articles, I, I can't, I can't accept that.
Well, let's see here. This is exactly why so many players are hitting the portal when they get rid of great coaches. They only choose the school because of the coach. Right. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Apparently the players were hitting the portal with the option of returning depending on what coach was hired. I mean, every kid hits the portal with the option of returning, I believe. Ain't that how it go?
Yeah, you have that possible option. That's part of the dynamic of the portal. So, but I don't think to me, it's when you had numbers like that out of UVA, to me that's showing their voice of protest or disagreement. But somebody correct me if I'm wrong in this particular context. Of a situation.
And they want the money too. Okay. Uh Coach, what else did you have? What else you had on your mind?
I think that we covered. Oh, excuse me. No, I was waiting for you to see what else when the talk about you ready to talk about the portal chaos, or you had something else on our marquee tonight.
Oh, we can start talking about Portal Chaos. You can, give us. I know you got an update for the portal.
Well, I mean, did you get the number that I got? I think we're almost in like 1,200
Yeah, I
right
didn't
now.
have that number right now.
Okay, it's like 1197 entries.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and maybe right now it's supposed to be. I don't know the 13 commits. I didn't go that deep, but we got 1,200. Basically, we're at 1,200 women women college basketball student athletes in the portal. Um, and ACC. Here's the thing. ACC, you got a mass, you got a high level. Um, in the ACC, Boston College, we know they're struggling. They're still trying to catch up with the times. Um, you got 7 people in there. But what I wanted to share with whatever your conference is, right? Whatever your conference is, whatever your favorite team is, look at your conference, look what's going on, look at the landscape, how they're changing. But also look when you go look at the people that are in the portal, look how many like points per game they're averaging, things like that. Because some people may be in the portal because they feel they may go get more playing time at another Division 1 school, or they may transfer down Division 2 so they can play and score more. So you have to look at that, right? And then when there's quote unquote high scorers or the top players from some teams in the portal, they want a better. Also, may not be just money, but feel that they deserve a better situation before their eligibility is used up. So I think there's so many different reasons to that. And so the old module did not allow that flexibility for players. So I don't think it's just all money. Some players just want to be in a better situation because they want to be on the court. And so they're trying to find that situation where they can be on the court more. And then possibly because of their skill set, they are compensated or rewarded money or because of the skill set and because of the performance that they bring to the court. So I don't want to always say somebody's in the portal because of money because there are some people that love the game. There's some young adults, some young ladies that love the game and want an opportunity to contribute to the game while they still can. So I just wanted to say that and I like the saying that I've heard some of our hosts use. Two was it two things that can be true at the same time or something
Mhm.
like that. Somebody, uh-huh,
Absolutely, 2 things can be true. 3 things can be true. 4 things can be true.
three
A
things.
lot of things can be
Right,
true.
right.
Yeah, all at the same time. A lot of people don't
Like
know that.
right, like for instance, Duke's got like 2 players and they're important, but it's nobody that had any significant contribution, but they may be a significant contributor to the next school they go to, right? Um, did you know Anaya Hardy in the portal, right?
Yeah, in the portal.
Yeah, which I believe she deserves something because she wasn't used for. Anaya Hardy should be the
I
next.
just hate it. I just hate it. But I'm looking
I,
forward to her next, to wherever she lands.
yeah,
Right? Russ is in
right.
first. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, coach.
Yeah, I mean, so from Louisville, Anaya Hardy, Skylar Jones, Those are players I think could have been managed better if you had a coach know they really could have contributed this year compared to they. It's two other players that are in the portal, but Anaya Hardy and Skylar Jones offer something they had consistent offering. So I don't. And for the love of basketball, Jeff Waltz, what in the life were you doing? You mismanaged these talents. You didn't. It was a great opportunity to help them help themselves and to develop them into their career, and it didn't work out. But Anaya Hardy and Skylar Jones could have contributed and could have been used more on the court. And that was just, I thought that was just a shame and a tragedy. Miami has a mass exodus. I really don't care about that because they're trying to figure that out. They're still trying to get their life together after the coaching change there. Um, Zam Jones, Trigger Triger. Uh, I don't know where they're going to land. I don't know if they're going to stay in the ACC or try to venture out, but definitely, I think Trigger Trigger needs to be in a system where they can appreciate the skill they bring and be able to use her offensive ability, and then um, Zam Jones also I think needs a more accountability structure thing so kind of can grow into it if that makes sense. And Lady Grant, now that's huge for North Carolina. Scored 10.8 points for North Carolina. Lady Grant um, can contribute somewhere. I think if she stayed in the ACC, she'd be fine. I don't see her as an SEC player, but Big Ten, Big 12, I think will work for Lady too. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Yeah. What do you think, Auntie Sanaya Ja? I really feel like she's got a decent game. I don't know what's going on. She averaged almost 10 points per game for Barnes down there in SMU, and it's the third time in the portal or second time?
It'll be her third time.
Third time. So I hope third time is
No, this will be her fourth time. She's transferred every year. She
fourth
was at
time
South Carolina. She was at Arizona. She was at SMU. Now she'll go wherever she's gonna go.
for last
Next
year
school.
as a junior.
Yep.
Yeah. Um,
It's just
Skinner
unfortunate.
was. It is. It is. Now let's talk about this Stanford new in the portal in something that's huge. Stanford fumble. I think
I told
Stanford
Nunu,
fumbled the
I
bag.
told Nunu, I told Nunu to get in the portal last year, and they was like, "Nah, Shafai is coming, and everybody, all the other folks coming."
The Safai is out too though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think what happened there is that they didn't have a bridge. So you had Nunu, and then you had the freshies coming, and you didn't have a real bridge of like core bench or starters that could keep the team afloat when the freshmen look like freshmen.
Right.
And I just put Stanford in a situation where either they won or they got blew out, and so they couldn't. It was hard to be able to maintain in the Stanford's in the ACC.
Right.
So
ACC.
even though the ACC was wide open, just it wasn't enough experience.
I mean, great. Got you. But so where you think will be better, stay in that conference or get out the conference for Nunu?
At this point now, Nunu needs to stay in the conference. If Nunu should have left the conference last season, now you only got 1 year. You need to stay in the conference and try to go dominate someplace else.
Got you. Because it's an
Nunu,
easier
Nunu,
move.
Nunu, ACC. Nunu needs to try to get over there with Hannah or somebody.
Get over the Notre Dame.
Yep, something.
Michelle, AK 85 Fly. Uh, Virginia, Syracuse loses Burrows or Burrows in the
Yeah,
portal.
but I think they're gonna build around Uche Zojo anyway.
Right. I think so too. I think so too. Um, I mean, Syracuse had quite a few, but it wasn't any significant contributions this season. So, some people get in portal because they know what's coming in and may not want to compete for playing time too. Right? People forget that part too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So many variables that influence portal decisions by players. It is. I'm not interested in Vontae. I'm not interested in the Big East either. Um, Georgetown had a mass portal entries. Only person that stuck out was Victoria Riviera. She averaged 10 points per game. Yeah, UConn had one. They didn't play, but it's like a sophomore. Yeah. What's your thought on where you think Audie Crooks should go since we had that Jada Williams? We look at Iowa State.
Audie's another one. I told Audie getting the portal last year. It's your senior year. It's your senior year now. Where are you going? Where are you going? I don't think that Audie is an SEC player.
Right.
I don't know. Audie maybe go try to play with Talia Scott over at Baylor. I don't know. I really don't know. I like the idea that was thrown out of maybe Audie taking a gray shirt year and getting herself where she needs to be, and then coming out and playing, a strong year towards getting to the WNBA. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Because the thing is, where can Audie go and be Audie and not need to play defense? Yeah, I saw Prosper. Yeah, Prosper going to the dub. Prosper's declaring. You saw a post saying Crooks to Oklahoma. Okay, go be the new Reagan Beers with Aaliyah Chavez. I don't think she's an SEC player though.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You can't be falling down like that. I had to get your core right. Jada Will, I think Jada Williams could play in the SEC. Eddie Brown looks like Eddie Brown and Kinsey Hare already know where they're going because they got no contact. Arenas from K State.
I expected. I kept on asking where was Arenas. As the deeper they went into the season, I kept on saying, "Where is she?" I wasn't seeing her.
Yeah, Arenas. So does Arenas get out of the Big 12 or go to another Big 12 school?
Where you going? You've been to the ACC. You've been to the Big 12. Get some place where you're going to stick it out, kids. You got 2 years left. Where are you going to go stick it out at? What is it that you want to do? What is it that we still need to add to your game? And let's do that. I didn't understand why she left Louisville.
Arenas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think she would do better as a guard with her type of style of playing talent. I think she ACC, SEC. I have to agree. Was it just a bag for that time? They had a bag for it like that? I don't know. I mean, was it?
Oh, I don't know.
Man, I think and then you saw Oklahoma State with all that mass exodus.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Y'all think about Coach. Remember I said, "Hey, I don't want it to be sold out for you." By the time the transfer portal open, I said I was gonna have a special kind of popcorn. I'm gonna have a special kind of popcorn. A special kind of popcorn for the transfer portal, caramel corn. Remember I told you can't just get regular popcorn.
You did. It's
better than the movie, and it's like a double feature.
You did.
Or what they used to say, creature feature.
Right.
Man, it's a double feature out here. Who else out there? Who else out here? Donovan Hunter from TCU to the portal. Call him out. Can't even keep up with him no more. The portal don't know who Portal is no more. The portal don't know who Portal is. It's a portal for a portal. It's a portal for a portal.
I mean, and then UCF got another mass portaling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of their top scorers go in the portal. Leah Harmon, 15, almost 16 points per game. Colin Nugadu, almost 11 points per game. You know, this is a significant contribution. Summer Yancey, 6.5 points, 4 rebounds per game. You know, so they portal it. Look. I'm going to see Big Ten. Anybody of significance? I don't see anybody of big significance. Except your Addy Deal, right? Iowa.
I mean, the portal been over 12 minutes. The portal been over 12 minutes. There's 1,200 people there. We don't know who there yet. Remember I told you it's like a concert. I don't know who is finna perform, but everybody is here to see. You know what I'm saying? It's like a family reunion. I don't know what you want to call it. It is a hot, sunny day in the town. It's a hot, sunny day in the town. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The portal just seemed like a great place. You know what I'm saying? When I think about the portal, it's sunshiny. It's sunshiny. You know what I'm saying? You got your good shorts on.
Right.
Your good crisp white tennis shoes, whether it was K-Swiss or Air Force, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Got your good t-shirt on, got your chain out. You know what I'm saying? Got your chain out, got your hat on. You know what I'm saying? You just walk around hollering at people. Something I ain't seen in a long time. What's good? You here too? You in the portal? What's up over at the portal? Look at you. I ain't seen you in a minute, big dog. What's good? That's how I think the portal is, man. Just a great time. You know what I'm saying? The portal just seemed like a great time. Everybody just standing around waiting to get a bag and shit. I don't know, 300,000. I'm asking for 750. What you gonna do? I'm asking for 750. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time. You know what I'm saying?
You think I should ask for 775?
It's been like an all-day musical festival. It's been like at the Summer Jam. You know what I'm saying? At the Summer Jam, at the Shoreline Amphitheater. You know what I'm saying?
Cool than your snacks.
You know what I'm saying? I'm walking in between the lawn seats and the regular seats. It's a good time. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get 750. Hold on. Uh-oh. I thought I was a big dog. Look who coming here. What Leah Crump doing here? What Leah doing here? She wasn't here.
What Leah doing here?
I thought everything was good at Texas.
Maryland, Mama do in the portal. Mama do.
You know what I'm saying? Here come Aaliyah now. Oh, okay. Now here come the twins. Look, here come the twins. I thought everything was cool on Rocky Top. I thought everything was good on Rocky Top. There go Mia and Maya in the portal. Look. Right. This is how it is.
Michael,
I 50 years. That's why I told y'all I told y'all I wanted the portal to be a tunnel fit. A tunnel fit. Everybody, you show up at this place and come into the portal, damn it. For real. Just who? Oh shit! They cleaning a motherfucker coming in the portal. Let me see what you wearing in the portal. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? For real, they not get this free agency thing. They not rocking it right. They letting social media get all the clicks and views. Man, hell no. You had to pull up somewhere to get in the portal. I mean it. You hear me?
Minnesota got hired going to Oregon though.
We'll see.
It should be 5th-year senior though. That's why. Or be a senior. Excuse me, not 5th year. Be a senior. Or is it 5th year? Yeah, that'll be no. That'll be 5th year. Have a 5th year out. Yep. And then
hell yeah, tunnel fit for the portal. You wasn't here, man. Listen. I'm telling you.
Nebraska winning the top scorers in the portal.
Do you understand this right here? Look, this one is here. And coming next All right, coming next with the Balenciaga sweater, going with the Balenciaga jeans, throwback Jordans. Next in the portal,
Right.
Liv McGill. Let's get it, everybody. Liv McGill in the portal. Liv McGill, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Bro, then
Now,
Liv McGill hit the runway. Come on, y'all.
n-
Shoot.
n- now there's a few people in the portal from Purdue, and I think there's two players. Some teams could really get if they get with the right team, they will get some good players. That's Kiki Smith, Junior, and Tara Day. I think they could really contribute to other programs if they get picked up, and I hope they do. Those are two players will put out there from Purdue, even though they're not a successful program, but they can produce. Those two players can produce.
We gonna see. We gonna see.
So
I think here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now this is the other part of this. Here's the other part of this, coach. Some people is gonna show up at the portal cleaning them up and ain't gonna get picked up. Now you just sharp at the portal, ain't got nowhere to go. See, this is the thing. Gotta have some kind of plan when you jump in there. How many of these? How many of them you said? 11,000, 9,700? How many
yeah,
of them?
almost 1,200.
A million of them in the tunnel. How many of them? A million of them in the portal. How many of them getting out the portal?
I don't know. You say how many get out of the portal? Usually, what? Last time it's around five or six.
It wasn't 1,500 in there. It wasn't 1,500. The entire rosters got in the portal. Here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. Momac. Listen, the way these kids jumping in the portal, we would need at least 15 tunnels. No. Listen here. This the thing. This the thing. There was a SEC tunnel. There was a SEC portal location, an ACC portal location, a Big 12 portal location, and a Big 10 portal location. Now, Notre Dame, you could pick someplace. You could pick someplace close to you to show up if you wanted to get in the portal. But that's how I was gonna do it. Regional, 4 shows live on YouTube.
Right.
Could live to the sip. Hope not.
Mocha Latte asked me. I mean, I think it depends on what you got to look at what the team is needed and what and how long are you looking for somebody to come for one senior year like tonight last year? You're looking for someone at least to have eligible for at least 2 years and really can get a decent rhythm and fulfill that. So I mean, you need you can look at is it an Addy deal? Is it what I think you need? You add to your tweet, add to your list. I think you're okay. To me, you're okay at guard position because you got Jersey and them coming in. So it's really looking at are you looking some person to do something 1 year, or if you get somebody in the portal, or can they give you 2 years? And so for me as a coach, I'll be looking at somebody possible at least. If I'm going to go to the portal, at least give me 2 years. Don't 2 seasons because that one season stuff it's just challenge. It's not a guarantee. The 2 seasons, at least the first season you learn, you get better. Second season, now you leave us with something. We gave you something the first season. We taught you how to play the right way, so to speak. It's kind of joke, but I think that's a great question. I think there's so many players that look like they'll be a good fit, but only Coach Stanley knows what they need to get done, and that's just a. I think that's just the staff go back and they look at what they can think they can benefit will be a good fit in a short time from the portal.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, usually that's what do you get. You kind of get some rest from a quick breather from all the March Madness festivities, and then you get together with your staff and finalize your plans and what are we looking for. We know what we have coming in, and what do we need to. I don't know what because you got that's gonna be tough, right? Because all contingent upon Watkins and kids coming back potentially, possibly how that looks, right? And then the status of Oka, uh, Amadeo Oka.
Well, Here's the thing. In real life, I'm just this right here. If she gets the extra year, great. But at this point, I'm feeling like you ain't said nothing now, so she's gonna have to. She's gonna need to be preparing herself to go to the league, and
Right.
and we just hope there's something different after that.
That's true. I mean, I gotta agree with you on that. To the tunnel, Portal edition. Now, do we get the carpet out of the tunnel too? You got the carpet laid out there too?
But the carpet, the whole curtain, like coming to the stage, 5'9" guard out of Florida. You never thought you would see this one coming. Bring it on out, Liv McGill. Let's get it. Give it up for Liv. Liv dressed in a whatever Liv got on, Prada sweatshirt, Prada sweatsuit. Air Jordan shoes, man. She averages 27 points, 8 rebounds. Looking to be able to give her leadership, defense. Looking to be able to add it all, man. Really preferring though, looking for a team that's going to be able to compete. Also looking for a place that's not going to be too cold. Look a little bit more sun. And, and, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And preferably looking to start the negotiations in a $500,000 to $750,000 range. Give it up for Liv McGill.
Like to live in a condo off campus,
That's more fun than waiting to hear the goddamn beat from Talia Goodman. Come on, man, let's spice this thing up.
Right.
Let's go. At Bob News came out, Coop officially to the portal. I said, so y'all just really don't give a fuck about like senior year, and she the main one turned up for you. End of the season, she earned the start. Yeah. I mean, this is when my legend has to make a decision, right? This is business now. So this is business now. So we don't dot the I's across the T's. That's what y'all bringing here. But then let me tell you what I'm gonna need for me, because now we're talking about we were just in this situation where you had a senior that was trying to be able to showcase their talent to be able to get ready to go to the draft, right? What are you gonna do with 3 seniors trying to showcase their talent to get to the draft at one time? You couldn't successfully do it with one. The team, they was ready for her to go. How would you balance that? Because and the thing where I think that LSU runs into a challenge is that now with the way that the WNBA money hits and where you get drafted matters, these kids are going to want to be able to get the resumes and the numbers and things that allow them to be in those 1 to 7, 1 to 10 spots, whatever they are. That and for all intents and purposes, in a lot of situations, that's going to mean being the one someplace, right? Versus being part of something, right? So that welcome to where we at now. Welcome to the business of basketball. This is why I'm trying to get this is why I'm trying to get the portal shit lit. Tell them y'all heard it here.
Right. Hype me up.
Tell me. I mean, I'm just saying. Tell me you wouldn't pull up to see who coming to the portal.
Right. No, you're right. You
know what I'm saying? The day after the championship is over, you know what I'm saying? The next day we got a little portal party, pull up, you know what I'm saying? You put your shit on, pull up and see you can get this your first place to get they new gear, get your favorite players, new hat. You don't know who's gonna be here. Well, you know what kind of shit that is? To come to a concert that you don't know who's gonna be there, but it's guaranteed to be some people you like. Oh shit, man. Think about that. Hold on. See, y'all think I'm playing. Look at this. Now, think about this. If Talia Goodman is right? If Talia Goodman is right,
that's right.
We go over to her page. Now, just think about this. You like, oh, coming to the stage out of Iowa State. You know she good for a 40. Give it up for Big Audie Crooks.
Right. No, you're right. It's funny, but it's right.
Audie come out and you like, man, All right. All the way out of Penn State, number 23, a guard with an offensive skill set you wouldn't believe. Now, this is her third time around. Not her second time around, her third time around. She tried to get it right this time. Y'all give it up
Right.
for Guillaume McMiller.
Yeah, no,
Shit is lit. Tell me you ain't pulling
it's
up.
lit. No, it's lit. No, that will work better. Oh my goodness, hilarious, man. That is
You don't know who coming out. Then you about to get ready to go, and they like, oh, hold on, back in your seats, back in your seats, back in your seats. Just arriving,
wait,
just arriving.
it's
Helicopter just touched
it's not.
down
We not done.
from all the way down in Texas. From all the way down in Texas. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns. We got Justice Carlson. You know what I'm saying? What? Bro, I'm leading this thing. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
But everybody just out there. Now we got all this set up, and then we got representatives from all of the schools. We don't even have to do all of this back and forth all day. Get in here, talk to these people, get the deal done, get up out of here. Portal, boom, boom, bang, bam, up out of here. Let's go. I'm telling you,
I agree with you. No,
you have some little musical interludes in between a few people. You know what I'm saying?
right.
To the stage. You know what I'm saying? Man, we here.
Did you say musical interlude?
Where the fans at? Where the fans at? You know what I'm saying? Pop, 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 pop. It's a good time, bro. Who ain't coming to the CLA for transfer portal? Just everybody, you ain't even gotta leave. Just right here, wherever you played at. What else we got, Coach? What else we got before we get ready to get out of here?
I mean, I had a heater sponsored by Coca-Cola. You know, I was that's what happened was
next year, when they try to have a transfer portal party without me, y'all better tell them that they know they heard it here first. Nobody was talking about this shit. So next year, when they try to do the transfer portal live, y'all make sure that they know they can't do it without Seth Talk Sports, man. Period. Oh, I think that was everything that I had to talk about. I mean,
yeah, we actually covered everything.
Well, so far, I mean, we'll see what changes by in the morning time.
No, I'm talking about our marquee on our lineup. Like, I'm impressed. We covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed with that. I was impressed with us as a team. You know what I mean? Lead the team.
I always do my job, man. That'd be you, slacking.
Yeah. That'd be me.
That'd be you. That'd be you, slacking. I'm always on my job. I'm always on the job. I'm always on the job. I'm always on the job. No, I'm teasing. No, yeah, good stuff, man. I think ATL is gonna be so lit. Tickets is up.
It is. I can't wait to see it.
Gotta get to an Atlanta game now.
Hey, you get to Virginia, I'll drive us rest of the way, right?
Yeah, we gotta get some tickets. We gotta get some tickets. Gotta get to Atlanta game. Gotta get to Atlanta game now. Angel in the building. I think this is what I love about women's basketball right now. None of these stories really live by themselves, right? Gino and Dawn, it wasn't just a handshake story. That was about a reflection of how women, especially Black women, are valued and honored in this sport. Corey Close winning. It wasn't a feel good thing.
No, it wasn't.
It was about it took her a long time to finish the climb, right?
Right.
Well, they're not even calling it the portal news no more. I mean, this is the reshaping of power in real time. They calling it college free agency. You hear me? This is college free agency.
I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is.
It's free agency, and then Angel Reese getting traded isn't just one player moving cities. It's about franchise vision, player value, right? Leverage, fit, what teams are willing to risk, but also it's also about a player understanding her worth, right?
That's
And then
right.
standing close on it. Now get the fuck out of there. Um, she did it in a much more professional way and still got the job done. But I mean, I think all of these things are why the sport is lit right now in the lab right now. It's too much happening for lazy coverage to keep up, right? So you gotta have context. You gotta have you need memory about shit. You gotta know who these people are, what these programs represent, and
That's
what
right.
change when the pieces move. And
That's right.
that's what platforms like this are about. Having these conversations, that's reminding each other. Oh no, this happened. Nah, remember she had said this. Nah, hell no, no, go on back. Remember,
Right.
just no, no. Remember she liked because the Corey Close thing. I was saying, okay, Corey, maybe not. This thing with Gino, he's supposed to be your friend. You got to be able to stand on 10 toes and call him out. But then they
That's
reminded
right.
me that Corey had accidentally, maybe or not, allegedly retweeted the what was it what did
Derby
they call
Derby Dub.
yeah, the dirty debutantes or something else. So you might have accidentally tweeted it, but you was in the room to read it. You understand? Well, never mind. Now I'm getting too,
Yeah.
now
Yeah. And look,
I'm
we're
getting
gonna go like this accidentally.
right. But this is what these platforms are about: holding these teams and these teams and the media coverage accountable and pushing back on narrative. So great conversation. We appreciate y'all pulling up your favorite bedtime hoop story. Stick with us as we get ready to transition into WNBA and all the
Yeah.
most crazy. We got I think we got preseason games starting as early as April 25th. So we are
Okay.
on down. This shit is gonna come quick. It's gonna come quick. It's gonna come quick.
So I gotta do
Um,
my homework again, huh?
yeah, you better begin. You better start doing your homework. I'm gonna try to do a better job of telling the stories in the backdrops of some of these WNBA players, especially those that we don't talk about so much. So just be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that continued competent conversation around women's hoops. Uh, Coach, what you got before we give us some positive before we get out of here?
Man, I always gonna use one of my long distance mentors and from coaching man, that Dawn Step, Big Drip, the Dawn Stanley. Sometimes you just need a little push every now and then to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. Be great in your preparation, become excellent in your performance in everything you do. Always have a champion mentality. Get in your bag and expand your bag because I believe in you. And you look at yourself in the mirror and say you believe in you because you are the best. Shoot for the moon, land amongst the stars, no matter how far it is limited, you can unlimited, you can go. Hey, when this crazy wide world of shorts we call life, spread love. More love is what we need and what we can use. And as the song says, the greatest love of all starts with you. That when you get a little tired, a little frustrated trying to be the best and reach your goals, tie not hang on, keep on moving, don't stop. No, you got this, you can do this. And most of all, you were made for this. Be a champion every day of your life. Keep hooping, my friends. Keep hooping, my friends, and see you sooner than later.
Absolutely, absolutely. Appreciate it. Great talk. Hit the like, hit the share. They both right there. If it's your first time here, man, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss the next drop. Back in the morning with Check Ball. We up.
Check.
When we talk transfer, we don't transfer portal updates. We talk some WNBA stuff. So, looking forward to. They say you gotta get some new bars, coach. They say you gotta get some new bars. You gotta switch up your ending. They said they want you to come fresh with a freestyle at the end now. They said you can't keep.
Okay. Okay.
That's what Dark Twain say down here. They want you to don't test coach now. Don't test coach. Now y'all did coach go to dropping new bars on y'all every night. Y'all ain't gonna be ready on his closeout when he close out on y'all. Don't do it. Coach be switched up on y'all. He got some. He really East Coast, y'all. He be talking about Virginia, but don't let him go. Don't let him go back to Jersey on y'all. Coach pull up like Benz or Beamer. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know about Benz or Beamer. Now, listen, all love, y'all. Appreciate the support. Hey, man, we're going to continue this conversation, Coach. I appreciate you. Until next time, it's Coach Coleman. Let's Talk Sports. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.